Confidence just like radiating from me at this point. I'm like, I am doing the right, what am I doing?
Open up, you open up.
Hi guys, I'm Hannah.
I'm Sadie.
And we're not straight.
This is my journal.
Fun fact, we just spent the last 20 minutes
Searching for the journal.
the entire apartment, like upending everything. A lot of panic comes when you think your most sensitive private thoughts have just disappeared.
Walked away. So for those of you who are new to the channel, thank you for being here. Welcome. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll get a notification every time we post a new video. So you're okay. Okay. So this was the journal that I kept while Hannah and I were not talking for a month, and you will get to hear all of my thoughts. So here goes. So Hannah's journal was more of like just kind of random thoughts scattered here and there. I wrote like letters because that's kind of what I thought you did in a journal, and I realize now I'm an adult, and I realize now that you don't have to journal a certain way.
No rules.
There are no rules. But this is like all I could muster was just like a dear journal kind of thing. But I wrote these like to Hannah. So all of these are addressed to her, and they are incredibly well coded because instead of writing to Hannah, I wrote dear friend on all of them.
Could have been anyone.
Really could have been anyone. So here's part of the first one. So this was the very first day. I wrote, dear friend, I am so sad that we can't talk for a while, and I wish it didn't have to be that way, but I really believe it's going to be better in the long run if we take our time. I love hearing your voice, laughing with you, and even just sitting in silence with you. I don't quite know what it is about you that pulls me in, but it feels magnetic. Of course, I can name a whole bunch of things that I love about you, and then I go on to do that. This, like, reading this now is so funny because at the time I was like, I don't know if I just want to be friends or if I'm like really interested in her, and like looking back on it, I'm like, you are so stupid.
It's cute. It's very cute.
Just so young and innocent.
Young. So young.
Shut up. 2 years ago. Did she just fart?
I thought that came out of her mouth, but I'm not sure.
Oh my God. Yeah, I wasn't planning on like giving these to Hannah. It was just because I couldn't talk to her, I was just like writing down all the things that I would have said to her, as if I would have said all of that to you.
I know. I mean, you are now, so that counts for something.
Yeah, 2 years later. I have said on many occasions that I am like a verbal processor, and since I couldn't process talking with Hannah, I had to do this instead.
I would have preferred the talking, but okay, she signed the first one, love.
Yeah. Day 2 of us not talking, I had a dream that you came to visit me. I wonder why that might be on my mind, ? I want to tell you all the little things that happen that make me think of you. Oh my gosh. Like, for real.
I wonder why that might be on my mind.
So Hannah wasn't working with me anymore at this point, and so another thing that I wrote, this is adorable, all these people that we work with keep talking about how much they miss you, and I just keep telling them that we all do. And it was pretty crazy. Like, I was having this whole like revolutionary life experience, but I didn't tell anyone. Like, I told maybe like 3 friends, but I wasn't gonna just tell people that I worked with, that Hannah had worked with, about all of these like intimate thoughts that I was having. So I couldn't just be like, oh yeah, Hannah and I aren't talking because I'm not sure if I'm straight anymore.
Yeah, the 2 of the 3 that you told weren't part of that
Right.
social circle.
Yes. So it was like a very isolating experience, and yeah, that was tough. And especially when people are like, I miss Hannah, and I'm like, me too.
But totally just platonically, like a normal friend missing, like
Yeah,
exact Same.
For sure. They're like, I miss Hannah. And I'm like, yeah, sometimes I do. Kinda. Hannah. Okay, day 3 of us not talking. Dear friend, I had a dream that you came to visit me. Best dream ever.
Is that the second day in a row?
No, the first day, oh yeah. Maybe I was talking about the same thing. Maybe I had 2 dreams. I don't know. Hard to say. I probably had 2 separate dreams. Jeez. So day 3, right? I am like now incredibly lonely and missing Hannah a bunch. And I'm like, maybe I'll just text her. Like maybe I'll just call or like text her. I didn't even make it 3 days. It's like the middle of the
2.5.
I'm pretty impressed with how disciplined you are in not communicating with me at all. On the one hand, I very sincerely appreciate it because I know it's hard for you, but on the other hand, like, damn girl, you really can disappear. It's freaky, and I don't like it, but I respect the hell out of you for the grace with which you have handled this whole fucked up situation. And then...
What?
And then things take a turn for the self-pity. I would understand if you called me every day just to remind me of how big an idiot I am and how stupid this whole thing is. But no, you're damn near perfect, just like with everything you do.
Stop. Meanwhile, I'm like angsty, angrily yelling in my journal.
Oh, jeez. So Hannah had been posting videos of herself playing music and singing on Facebook. And I was obviously not talking to her, but I was hoping, or I was like imagining in my mind that like she was just like doing that for me. So this one says, loving watching all of your videos on Facebook and pretending you're just singing for me, but thoroughly enjoying all the love you get from everyone else. You're pretty amazing. Wow. Just
Does she like me? Does she
just
not?
subtleties here. That's it. Day 5? Yes, day 5. I almost texted you at 12:06 a.m. just to interrupt our streak of not talking, but I mustered some self-restraint today and chose not to. I was just trying to like be an asshole and like mess up the like don't talk to me setup that I had created. I know you're mad and sad right now, and it's really hard for me to not be around to make you laugh, or at least try to. So good. Oh man. One of the friends that I had told didn't know Hannah at the time. She asked me what I liked about you and had to cut me off after I listed off that you were an incredible, good person, you're funny and can banter with my hilarious sense of humor, you're ambitious, you work hard, you can be ridiculous, you're athletic, you're sincere, you have an absolutely beautiful voice, and probably like a million other things. I told her I'm trying to keep my mind off you and not talk to you. Right in parentheses, writing these letters may or may not be helping. But it's not working regardless. Oh God. Man, 6 days in. Oh, I signed this one, only 24 more days to go.
Oh, jeez.
I'm about to watch one of your Facebook videos. Damn girl, maybe I shouldn't watch these anymore. You know I'm going to though. I would listen to you play and sing all day, every day if I could. I still would.
Oh, thank you. Which, by the way, when you post a video on Facebook, you can tell who has viewed it. So she didn't even have to like it or comment on it for me to know that she'd seen it. And I would refresh that list several times, like an embarrassing amount of times, until I saw her name pop up so that I knew that she'd watched it.
Okay, here it is. As if I have just made this discovery, spending this time apart, not talking to you, has made everything super clear to me because my feelings have definitely gotten stronger for you. And then, as if I have any sort of confidence, get ready, girl. As if I'm not actually scared shitless.
No, it's okay. I was too. Even Shell is. She has a hiccups.
You're kind of stealing the show right now, but it's not about me. Okay, so in this one, a couple days later, I write, This is all so surreal to me. Like, never did I think I'd be turning my whole life upside down, and especially not right now. And this was, just for reference, 16 days before the original date of the wedding. Not original, the date of the wedding was supposed to be. And we had already called the wedding off, and so this was just kind of me trying to figure things out, but that was what that is in reference to. But I feel strangely at peace with it also, which is crazy to me. Like, what in the world is going on? Maybe by the time you're reading this, I'll have it all figured out. Here's to hoping. Wow, so I did think you were going to read this.
You
Or
did?
I was going to read this, do you?
Like, here, would you like to date me? I have 30 pages of why.
Oh my god, if anyone did this in like a normal situation, you'd be like, whoa, what is happening? Why? Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, feeling pretty shitty right now. We just decided that you probably shouldn't come visit.
This was the worst. Yeah. This was the time I talked about last video where I remember where I was sitting, and I was sitting on the sidewalk in the middle of the city, and I was so mad. I really wanted to visit because this is where all of my friends still worked. And it made sense that it wouldn't be like productive for me to be there, considering her ex-fiance still worked there. But I was like pretty crushed.
Yeah.
Felt very left out.
Oh, man. A friend said something to me that really stuck with me today. She said that while I'm taking steps toward my own happiness, I should keep kindness towards others in mind, and it will go a long way. I remember hearing that and being like, I think that's what I'm doing. And I think, I mean, in this case, like, I really wanted you to come visit, and that was really selfish. Like, I wanted you to visit because I wanted to see you, not because I thought it was a good idea. And I think she, and specifically in reference to that, was like this is one day, this is one time, and if that's gonna do more harm to your community than good, then that's probably not a good idea. And I was like, you're right. This is post our conversation. So I wrote the first part of this letter before we talked, and then the second part of the letter after we talked on the phone. Ooh, God, you are so mad. I'm so sorry. I knew you were going to be mad at me for this. I just didn't know it was going to be today. Whoops. The next day, I feel like I'm on a thought roller coaster. I think my thoughts have been changing at this ridiculous pace, and I can't keep up with them. Also, don't really want to. I just want to know what the hell is going on and be done with it. I can't help the feelings I have for you, and I'm so curious about what those mean. I want to understand that part of me better so I can make, like, at least a slightly informed decision about what to do.
As opposed to just like flip a coin.
Yeah, confidence just like radiating from me at this point. I'm like, I am doing the right, what am I doing?
Just want to know what's going on.
Jeez. Oh, God.
What?
Immediately after that, like, am I actually gay? Is this just a one-time thing? Wow. I need to write a letter back to this girl.
Am I actually gay?
Jeez. So, like, if I'm actually gay, the relationship I have right now doesn't make any sense. But how will I know that? Right now, I feel like I can't know until I try it out and see where things go. No, that means you're gay.
Yeah, you didn't have any distance
Yeah.
to be able to reflect on your then current relationship. So it makes sense that you wouldn't have, I don't know, you wouldn't have looked at your relationship through any other lens than what you had.
Yeah. I think looking back on my life, I can think of times where I'm like, okay, I probably had a crush on that girl, but I didn't know that I'd had feelings for anyone. So I didn't even know how to categorize it. Like, I didn't even know what I was feeling. I didn't know if I was, like, romantically interested in you, or if this was just, like, if there was something else going on and that's how it was manifesting or something. At least that's how I explained it to myself. Now it seems abundantly clear.
Yeah, when people say, like, overthinking things.
What are you trying to say?
I don't I was trying to figure out how to loop that back kindly, but this seems like you're, like, dancing around and it's all one color, but you're, like, there's so much going on. I can't
Yeah.
even tell what color it is. And it's like been the same the whole time.
Yeah.
I
I think
that was a horrible scattered metaphor, but I think you get it.
Yeah. You know, dancing in color, I know.
Yeah.
And I was just avoiding what was plainly obvious. I think when I came out to so many people, and I've said this in my coming out video, if you haven't seen it, it's a while back, you can check it out. But a lot of people were like, oh, that's kind of like, that's not super surprising. And for better or for worse, like, people kind of already knew.
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't surprised by it. I was the most surprised.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Massive denier here. Okay. Here she is again. So this is the last one. Dear Hannah, this reads like the saddest like story. Like I finally am calling you by your name.
I was just gonna say, dear friend.
Yeah. I just reread all of these letters to you and laughed about all the back and forth half-formed thoughts that seem so much clearer now. Any doubts I had, which were few to be honest, about whether things would work out for us have definitely been squashed by now. It's clear to me now that I wanted to do things the right way because I thought I had to. I've done my best and I've made mistakes, but I think overall I've mainly tried to communicate that I care for the people in my life and I don't want to cause them any undue pain. But I also think there are a lot of tradition, religion, gender norms, and societal expectations embedded in my beliefs on what is right, and it's been a huge challenge to wade through all of that to get to what is right for the people in this situation. And that's what I think caused so much of the back and forth. I think I did get to the right conclusion, though. I feel so at peace with you and where we're at, and I can't wait to see where this goes in the next few days, months, years. Who knows?
Years!
That's all come true.
Yeah.
Years. I also feel so grateful and fortunate that I get to go through it all with you. Whatever happens, whatever we decide, and whatever we experience, you are the person I want to experience it with. And as much as I feel totally confident and at peace with this, I still feel totally taken by how crazy it all is. Seriously, when does this ever happen? What timing? I can't get over it. I'm actually kind of impressed with us. I think a lot of people would have been too scared to go for it.
Mm.
But that never felt like an option for me. I can't wait to look back on this in 40 years and see where it's taken me, us.
Oh, cute.
So that's it, folks. That's my journal.
Wow, that was a time. It's a lot more eloquent than mine, but somehow more like convoluted. Like you were kind of talking yourself in circles. Mine was just like, I'm so mad right now.
I feel like there are like different eloquences.
Eloquencies?
That's a word. To each of these, like,
Yeah.
I was writing you these letters, but you were writing like truth and honesty, and I was like, maybe this, but probably this, but maybe.
Yeah. And everyone else was like, it's so obvious to us, so if you could just
Speed it up, figure it out.
speed it up.
Right, girl?
Huh.
Now she's about to go to sleep.
After all that. Well,
Thank you so much for going on this incredibly emotional journey.
yes. Definitely
With me
emotional.
today.
And we'll see you on Friday and then again on Sunday.
Bye.
See you, Elijah.
Shall I say bye?